asking. So today I'm going to be making those coconut dark chocolate cookies that I've been talking about. It's like a 5-ingredient cookie. It looks super simple, super easy. I've never made them before, but as I told you guys before, I am looking for new recipes to make for the holidays. So I found this recipe on Pinterest. There are 2 other recipes that I want to make, but I might not be able to get to those until next week, which are the pecan praline and the peanut brittle. I do have a cake coming up this week for my son's birthday, so I probably won't be doing any other baking but that. So, but you guys will see that video in a future, and some future clips later. It's a really cool cake that I want to attempt, and I'm praying I get it right. If not, then we're just going to go another route. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started on these cookies. Okay, you guys, so this is a 4-ingredient cookie. So it is asking for coconut flakes. Now, it's saying on this recipe, unsweetened coconut flakes. I didn't get unsweetened. So this is what I got. So this is what we're going to use. So I got some coconut flakes. And then it's saying, okay, so it says to have, let's see here, 2 cups of unsweetened coconut flakes. And then 3/4 cups of sweetened condensed coconut milk. But I got regular coconut milk. I didn't know it was coconut milk. I didn't realize it was coconut milk. That's okay though. It's the same thing. It's gonna be fine. So I'm not gonna worry about it. And then 1 package of dark chocolates, which I got that right. So the dark chocolates, and then it asked for almonds, some chopped up almonds, and I didn't get any, and I don't have any. So, but I have chopped up pecans, and I have peanuts, and I have like cashews. I even have pistachios, but no walnuts on hand. But I'm going to use some of these. I do need them for another recipe too, but I can always get more. So I'm just going to use these for today and see how they come out. I'm sure it's going to be fine. So it's all going to taste great anyway. So these are the ingredients that you need for this recipe. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, you guys. So I got my bowl, my measuring cup, a spatula, and my handy dandy can opener. And that's really all that you need. It is asking me, oh, hold on 1 second. I need a 1 cup measuring. Wait, how many? A 1/2 cup of dark chocolates. Well, we could just use this. So it's asking for 2 cups of coconut. I'm gonna see how much that makes. Now, I do have I do have family members that aren't going to eat this, which is most likely my daughter. I don't know about my son. I don't know if he likes coconut or not, but he might try to eat it. He might not. I don't know. He might like it. So I don't think I'm going to make a huge portion of this because, you know, I don't want it to go to waste. So I'm going to make what it tells me to make and how many cookies that I'm going to get out of it. And then if it's a, you know, showstopper in this house, then I'll make them again. And then I will know that my kids love these things. So especially my my daughter, because, you know, she's doing her different type of diet right now. So it says 2 cups of coconut. Whoops. Oops. Let me bring my camera down so you guys can see what I'm doing. There you go. So I put 2 cups of coconut in there. And then it says a 1/2 cup of dark chocolate chips. Now, I do have chocolate chips, but I don't have dark chocolate. I always keep chocolate chips on hand, and it's funny because I usually will always have dark chocolate mixed in with the milk and the semi-sweet for my chocolate chip cookies. But this time around, I only had milk chocolate chips in there because I had bought a big bag from Costco, and I just used those. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a half a cup in here. I will save the rest of these. And then it says, let's see, it says, well, it says 3 tablespoons of chopped walnuts, which you guys know I don't have that. So I'm just gonna put what I have here. There. Now guys, let me tell you something. Baking can be very, temperamental, I should say. It depends on the temperature in your house, the weather outside, the air quality. It just all factors into baking. I know a lot of people are like, that don't matter. It does. It really, really does matter. So it just all depends. And I know a lot of people, have a hard time with baking. And that's perfectly fine because I have a hard time with it too sometimes. Now, you guys, I'm self-taught. I've taught myself everything that I know. I did have some people show me some things here and there, and I picked up some things here and there, which was great. Now, there are some times where I just don't measure. I don't need to measure. Like, I know I don't need to measure, so I'm not going to measure it. But you want to measure. You want to try to measure everything. And that tiny bit more of baking soda or, flour or sugar that you put in could make a world of difference of hurting the recipe that you're trying to make. So this time I measured. I think I added a little more walnuts or pecans than I should have, but I've measured. So I just want to let you guys know that. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this sweetened condensed milk. I'll bring you guys back down. You guys, let me know what kind of baking you guys like. Like, what is it that is your favorite dessert? Let me know. If you have the recipe, send it to me on Instagram or send it to me here on YouTube. I'm also going to add my email address. I noticed that I have not been doing that, and I know I need to. But yeah, email me, DM me, whatever you want to do. But let me know what you guys like. I wouldn't mind trying to recreate. Oh my God, there's a fly in here. I don't know where it's coming from, but it likes my ear. Anyways, I would love to try to make your desserts that you like to make. That would be totally fun to do that. I would love to do a viewer, baking day. That would be so much fun. You guys send me your recipes or, tell me, hey, on Pinterest there's this or there's this recipe for that or whatever. I would love to bake something that you love to eat. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pour the sweetened condensed milk. It's 3/4. You guys see that fly? Goodness gracious. Let's go ahead and get that in there. I did kind of pour a little bit more than I should have, but that's okay. My gosh. Have you guys ever had sweetened condensed milk? If you haven't, you have got to try this stuff. It is the worst thing that you could ever taste in your life because you would get addicted to it. I've heard of people using this for their coffee and for this is really good for rice pudding. Oh man, this tastes amazing in rice pudding. It's super sweet, it's super condensed, but it's so worth it. And you can also make caramel with this. I've never done it, but I've seen that you can do it. So one of these days I'm gonna have to try it. I heard that all you do is you pour it in the pot. Of course you have to, keep an eye on it, but it turns into caramel. Amazing. Okay, let's go ahead and mix this all together. Okay, so to me this looks dry. It looks a little too dry. I don't want to make it super wet, but on the video, it showed a lot wetter. So let me go ahead and add a little bit more. And, you know, this is just what happens when, you know, you get a recipe off of Pinterest. A lot of times the recipes on Pinterest aren't real recipes. Or it's just a picture with a recipe that looks like it should be that, and it really isn't. It's totally something else. So, you know, I always like to look and see how many people have made the recipe, what their thoughts are on it, and then I usually go from there. But if this one's a keeper, I will definitely be printing it out and I will put it in my recipe binder. So there, that's what it should look like. Just nice and sticky and gooey. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my cookie sheet. I'm gonna line it with parchment paper and we're gonna scoop these out. Asked my son if he would eat these cookies and he said, "It's coconut." Nope, nope, I won't eat it. And I told him it's good for you. And he's like, nope, nope, I won't eat coconut. Oh well, he's missing out. I always forget. He doesn't like coconut. My daughter does. My daughter does not like peanut butter. He does. So I always get them confused. So at this point, they're adults. I have grandkids. My grandkids will eat these. So that's who I bake for now, is my grandkids. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put the parchment paper onto the cookie sheet. And I already set my oven at 350 degrees. They say to cook for 12 minutes. So, or 325 at 12 minutes. So let's go ahead and put the parchment paper and I got my little handy dandy. This is the medium size ice cream scooper that I have. I have a big one, a medium one, and a mini one. I do plan on buying some more this holiday because this one is the one I use the most and it's beginning to break some. So I definitely need to get me some new scoopers. So let's go ahead and scoop these out. So I know I can fit all of these on one cookie sheet. I just have to move them over a little bit. I usually can fit about 12, like 15 cookies onto my cookie sheet. These aren't gonna spread out, so they're pretty much gonna stay almost the same. So yeah, let me just scoop these over. And then this one, that's a little big. That one was very big, so. Oh, you fly. You wait till I get my hands on you. Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. Okay. And then it says to wet your hands with some warm water, and then you're going to pat these down some. Now, you also don't have to use the parchment paper. I use it because I know that it's got sugars in it, and the sugars are going to crystallize and get caramely, is that even a word? Caramelize, and I just don't want it on the pan. So I chose to use parchment paper. I'm pretty sure they'll be fine. So let me go and wet my hands really well, and then I'll pat these down. Okay, so my hands are wet, and it just says to pat the tops down. I guess they want them more flat just so it can like really look like a cookie, which they do. Okay. Okay, you guys, so this is what they look like before I put them in the oven. I actually got 6, 12, 13, I got 14 cookies out of this. I probably could have got a lot more if I used the mini scoop. But like I said, this is a trial run for these cookies just to see how they taste and if they come out good. And if they do, then I'll be able to make them in a future recipe or a future video for the holidays. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the oven at 325 for 12 minutes. Okay, so I put those in the oven and I'll be back in 12 minutes. Let me go ahead and set that timer. And 12 minutes later, let's hope they come out good. Okay, you guys, so these cookies are done. So let's go ahead and take them out. Oh. Okay, so they did come out a little darker than what I would have liked them to have come out, but they're still pretty soft in the center. So I'm hoping that they still taste good. I want to flip one over and see what the bottom looks like. Now, my oven does run hot, and so I should have put these to bake for 8 minutes and then checked them after that and to see if they needed to cook a little bit longer. This is, you know, what it is when you get a recipe off of Pinterest, and, you know, sometimes you have to adjust it to whatever your oven is, or, you know, if the temp is too high or if it's been baked too long. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and transfer these onto a piece of parchment paper, let them cool, and then I'm going to taste them. Okay, so this is what they more so should have looked like. They're lightly golden. This one's a very lightly golden one. And then when you flip it over, it's very light, but you can tell that it's been baked underneath. I have a few of them that came out like that. And then I have some that are a lot darker around the edges and a little bit darker on the backside, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna be fine. They're gonna taste fine. I just know now that I'm going to leave them in the oven for 8 minutes instead of 12, and they should be taste or you know, come out a lot better that way. Like I said, this is trial and error. This is the first time I've ever made these, so next time when I make them again, I will leave them in less time. So once these are cooled, I'm gonna go ahead and try one for you guys. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and taste one. They're still a little warm, but I wanna taste one. I'm anxious to taste it. So that's what it looks like when you pull it apart. Now, I can tell you, it is a little bit crumbly. But they're damn fly. Once they completely cool, they won't be as crumbly. But those taste good. They're really light. You would think that they were super, super sweet, but they're not. They're very, very light. I'm sorry about the lighting in here, but it's getting dark and I don't have much light right now. But yeah, these are pretty good. A really nice treat. Maybe with your coffee or, you know. I do like how crunchy it is on the end from all the sugars. My hands are full of chocolate. But very, very good. Not sweet at all. If you're not too hugely into sweet and love coconut, this is for you. You should totally make this. All right, you guys, I am done for today. I'm gonna wash my hands, let these cool so I can pack them up and put them away. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.